Joe Joe in the morning family. I hope everybody's having a super good day. Hey, I've been on a thinking kick lately, thinking properly, kingdom mindset, and I see so many people who do not think properly or they allow their emotions to get the best of them. I've been talking about this a lot on the mentoring group as well. And hey, if you're not in the mentoring group, you may want to check it out. The links will be below. I love talking to people one-on-one, and it is the process of thinking properly. So I'm a journal guy. I got a lot of journals, write a lot of stuff down. And so recently I was kind of flipping back through some of my old journals, and I came across some different people, very unique day. And I remember one day I was meeting with this young man, and we were talking, and we sat down. And I said, "Hey man, how's your day going?" He said, "Oh man, things are good. How's the family?" "Man, family's good." And I mean, this dude's upbeat and excited about life, loving God, loving family. Businesses are good. And we were talking. Great meeting, just great meeting. And when it was over, I said, "Hey man, anything I can pray with you about?" Yeah, I got some things we can pray about. And he named off a few things for his family, for one of their businesses, and personally. And I was like, well, he's got some pretty big prayer requests. But before that, I wouldn't have known by his attitude. He was just, man, things are good, things are good, things are good, And I'm like, wow. And there were some pretty big prayer requests. And then I remember there was somebody that I'd met with. The world's coming to an end. All the warfare, the devil's fighting, witches and warlocks are after me. La, 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 la. I said, okay, we're going to break this. What we need prayer for? And he gave me the prayer request, and very polite. But I looked at him and I'm like, that's it? You all up in an uproar over that? And then, of course, I prayed. But I looked at an old journal. I looked at those two people. This young man that was, level-headed, even though he had some huge things going on, like a good stock, it just continued to soar day after day after day, year after year after year, doing phenomenal in life. This other person who had very minimum actually going wrong is just kind of just going down and really didn't have anything going on. She was a product of bad decisions and a very weak mindset. Where your thoughts lead, your life will follow. Say it again, Joe. Where your thoughts lead, your life will follow. One day I was just doing my normal routine in the morning, and my wife said, "Joe, you're a framer." I said, "A framer?" She said, "You're a framer." And I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" She said, "I was listening to a podcast the other day, and this guy said, I'm a framer. I frame my day. Every morning when I wake up, I start framing by my words about my spiritual life, my health, family, finances, my relationship with God." He said, I verbally frame my day up. She said, "This morning we're all walking around the kitchen, and you said, my gosh, it's just a good day to have a good day. I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to prosper. I'm going to bless people. They're going to bless me. My family's going to have a blessed day. My family's going to walk in the favor of God." And she said, "You just started speaking life and blessing. You said you're going to have a great day with God," because I was having an extra prayer meeting that day. And woo, and I don't remember what all I said. But she was like, "You were like, man, I'm going to have an extra prayer meeting this morning, and I'm going to hear from God, and then I'm going to intercede for others." You always receive, but you always must pour out. I see some people that pray and they sound like an opera singer warming up. Me, 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 me. It's all about just me, 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 me. Think about my Jesus. Jesus Christ did not do selfish things. He gave his life for you and I. He imparted to others. He prayed for others. He led the way, showed the example. We are so caught. If you're always caught up in you or even your immediate family, you will never get past the reality of your call to be a change to humanity. So when God gives you an amazing prophetic word, purpose, destiny, dream, I don't know if I can do that. I'm kind of scared. I'm nervous. I don't care. Do it scared. Do it nervous. My wife and I were meeting with a couple the other day, and we were talking, and they said, how did y'all get to where y'all are? I don't know where we're at, but I said, I just can't live in comfort zones. Comfort zones are an enemy. Being stretched is the normality of life for me. If I'm not being stretched, if I'm not feeling a little uneasy, if I'm not always having to learn something new, I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. You got to be learning. You got to be, what do you learn every week? Let's go back to the story of the young man from years ago and then this lady. The lady, her life is worse than it was back then. It was pretty bad back then. It was a mindset. This young man's mindset was going up, and it's still going up. What do you think about? The things that you think about become your reality. Your current reality is actually the things that you thought about in the past. I'm a dreamer, always been a dreamer. I imagine myself, doing things, creating things, holding a book that I wrote in my hand, just all types of stuff. My wife, when we went to build our current home that we're in, she brought a notebook. And the builder said, I ain't never seen anybody like that. She put down this book. Every room was already designed. Paint colors, light fixtures, everything was designed in every room before they even started building. When people say their dream home, that's what my wife was, which our dream will change. It always does as you get older and, things happen good for you in your life. But she designed her house in her mind, and that's what our house looks like. You can go back and look at every room of the house, at the pictures. This is before we broke ground, and to what it looks like now. And she designed it. Your life can be the same way. What do you want your life to look like in 5 years? This is why I love our mentoring program, because I do one-on-one phone calls to help people get to the place they need to be to design their life. Design their life. How are you thinking? Let's say your passion is digging water wells in third world countries. Okay? If someone says, I've had somebody say it to me, I says, great, okay. What country? I don't know. Ain't much of a dream. How many do you want to dig? I don't know. Ain't much of a dream. I want to dig 10 wells in the next 3 years in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. That's a dream. You know where you want to be and how many you want to do. Go get it done. That's when the supernatural provision of God comes in. But a lot of people don't know that reality because they think poorly. If you learn to think properly, everything will shift in your life. That's why my book, kingdom thinking was out of all my books that I wrote. When Mr. Sid Roth interviewed me, it was over kingdom thinking. He said, man, this is the process that people need to get into. People don't think kingdom. They don't think properly. Therefore, they let the opinions of the world hold them down. You got to learn to think properly to do the things that God has called you to do. Okay, this is a good Monday video. Get you thinking all week. But when you learn to think right, your life will start to get right. The other day, we were going through some stuff, and that's a pretty big prayer request. That's pretty peaceful because I knew I was doing the right thing at the right place. There were some situations that were out of my control. But it's all good. God's got this. He's a supernatural God, and I walk in supernatural favor and faith. You can't have supernatural favor if you don't have supernatural faith. Okay? So hopefully today helped you, blessed you, and I pray for you. Go to the website, joejoedawson.net. Go to the contact button, hit it. Send me a prayer request. I would absolutely love to pray for you. You have a blessed day.